Alright, today is week 4 of the renovation. So actually last week we didn't have much updates because most of the things we are still working in progress, especially on the carpentry. So week 4 is just a very minor update as well. So I'm just going to walk you through the outline of today's video of some updates. Firstly, you can look at the flooring, right? You see we have removed the floor protection. The reason is because after all the drilling, the hacking, installation of wires, pipes is getting very dusty, and in fact I gotten sick because of the dust. So it is really optional to use. Some of you just do one time good deep cleaning, but for me I prefer to do a general cleaning first lah. And general cleaning I think is not really expensive, but it will be quite intensive because firstly they have to remove all the paper cardboards, then they have to vacuum and mop. I was not on site for the cleaning because I just hired an external vendor to help to do the cleaning. Alright, so you can see that after cleaning the floor, at least now we can walk on it without the shoes already. So come to my first bedroom. So the last video we talked about my house finally got this door, right? 终于有门了 no more 门都没有. Which means I can lock all my stuff, all my delivery, all my parcels, and whatever I've ordered inside this common bedroom, because I could finally lock it. So it's a form of security. If your house doesn't come with the doors, I would say that it's better to at least get the doors first so that you can lock first, right? So I mean, some people do leave it in their living room, it's their own preference, but I guess it's just for own safety and peace of mind. We just want to lock all these valuable items. Also, if you want to join like-minded people on 18,000 members Telegram group trying to build their wealth for renovation and buying their first property, then join us at Honey Money SG. Alright, join right now. So you can see from this video, I have a lot of items in this room, almost going to be full already. So what are the big items that need to come in first? I would say it's your hood and the hob. Right, so the hood is over there. It's by Fujio. I'll do a review after that when everything is good. And then my hob is from Reno, very big. So yeah, so these two items need to come first. Why? Because your kitchen carpentry need to install these items, right? At the same time, your carpenter or your contractor needs to have those dimensions, the drawings. They need to fabricate the carpentry, so they will need these dimensions to make sure that all these appliances can fit into their carpentry. So the rest of the items don't need to come first, but these two items, the hood and the hob, needs to come first. And even your refrigerator, if you are building some top carpentry like the top cabinet, then yes, it's better for them to come in first. But for my refrigerator, it does not come with any carpentry on top, so that's fine. It can come in the later part. So what are the rest of the items here? I have my curtains, I have my bathroom accessories, as well as some IT things, some lighting, some air purifier, which all these things you don't need to buy first. And then I also have a standalone oven here. If you are buying built-in ovens and dishwasher, make sure all these come in together as well. Standalone oven not so important because standalone, you don't need the kitchen carpentry or the contractor to install for you. But built-in, you all need to have the dimensions to make sure the carpentry fits first. So 4 things, if you are doing kitchen carpentry, make sure these items are in first: hood, your hob, your oven, and your dishwasher. And optional is your refrigerator. 5 items, make it 5 items. So if you're doing kitchen, make sure all these things come before your carpentry installation. I think your kitchen carpenter also will tell you first, they also don't want to make a wasted trip. So let's move on. What are some other updates? Okay, follow me. This time we have some updates in the bathroom because we finally have lighting, and this is the acrylic with LED. So LED, I think there are 2 types. One is the T5 lighting. T5 is the cheaper beaded version, a lot of small beads. Mine is the SMD, so a bit more expensive, but still less than $300 for 2 toilets. So it's actually 2 steps. Firstly, they need to cut the acrylic panel, so your contractor will go and find the factory and cut the acrylic panels. Second, they will need to install the LED. Actually, it is not difficult one. If you have some hands-on skills, DIY skills, you can do it yourself. But because we are not on site all the time, and I think it's really very convenient. I didn't even meet the contractor. I just tell him you come to my house, site visit, then you go back, do everything yourself. I haven't even met him before, so he just do all these things for me under $300. So I also put his contact down below. I think it's quite a well done job. For the lighting, we chose the 4000K one. So this is like warm lighting, so it's not ultra white or ultra yellow. It's in the middle of 4000K if you want to choose this lighting. And remember, this is SMD LED. This is not T5. T5 will be much cheaper but I don't think it looks nice. So the difference between T5 and LED is that you see LED, right? you can go like one whole length because it is bendable. T5 is more like a lighting tip, so the contractor say like in the corner there will be some black spot, but LED can do full on the corner, so there's like no dark spots there. So it's more of aesthetic purpose lor. And like I mentioned in the earlier video, this lighting acrylic thing is really optional one, but really it looks not bad, right? I think quite worth the money to do lah, and it's not really expensive like other carpentry. Then I will still want to install the downlight, so it's additional lighting, and this is for the common bathroom lor. Oh, we take a look at the master bathroom. Okay, so if you look at master bathroom, it's the same thing. It is SMD LED as well, so no black spots and everything cut out for you, measure for you. And then some people will ask how to remove this. This one is actually movable one. It's not fixed one, alright? So it's really just acrylic, and even this thing can be removed. So then, if you are curious, right, this was the original wire meshes, plastic lah. And then why a lot of people take out this is because firstly, you will trap a lot of dust. Secondly, it don't look nice. Third, if you want to install LED, the effect is not there. So the acrylic kind of works like a diffuser. So if you understand lighting, right, it will help to diffuse the light so that it's a more uniform lighting that you can see in an ambient structure like that. Then yeah lah, this is about it for week 4 renovation. I know that we started out very fast. Week 1, week 2, we did a lot of stuff. But week 3, week 4 is really more works in progress. Week 4 is really more about cleaning, the delivery of items, and also doing up this LED lighting lah. So we look forward to the next update, which we will probably do carpentry by then. So it's really exciting. And stay tuned, say subscribe, like the video, and see you in the next one.